Traveling doesn't have to put a pause in your puzzling. You can find ways to bring puzzles with you on your vacation if you choose to do so. All that requires is a little bit of planning and preparation. Hi, it's Sandra from the Puzzling Canadian and welcome to my channel. I wanted to explore the option of bringing puzzles with you on vacation. It's summertime now and I know many of you are out and about on vacation, and it tends to be that a lot of times we puzzle less in the summertime. But that doesn't necessarily need to be the case. I know many times people can bring or have brought puzzles with them on vacation. And if you've never considered that, I wanted to share with you some of the things that I do to decide whether to bring puzzles, because I do not bring puzzles with me on vacation all the time. So sometimes what I need to do is first consider what I have on my itinerary for my trip. It could be a short trip, it could be just a weekend getaway. Do I really want to puzzle if it's a shorter trip? And do I have the downtime? Now, I'm a morning person, so I usually puzzle in the morning. The rest of my family is still sleeping. So that is what I consider. If I know that I'm going to be up and then I'm waiting for the rest of my family to wake up, then I have a few hours and I decide whether I feel like bringing some puzzles and maybe puzzling in the morning before we start our adventure for the day. Then I want to consider, do I have space to do the puzzles that I bring? So in this case here, I just want to let you show you here, I'm staying in this place here. It is a refurbished grain bin in the middle of Saskatchewan. They have a table out here and the weather is beautiful. So I know that in the morning I can have my cup of coffee and sit there and do some puzzles. Now the size is something to consider. If you take a look at that table, I probably can do a 100, 200 piece, maybe a 300 piece puzzle. So do you have the space? So I just wanted to give you a peek at two of the puzzles that I brought with me, and they are small piece count puzzles. They are 100 pieces and they are these two here. If you've seen my previous video where I went touring through Toronto and show you some shops, I went to the Puzzle Nerds and I picked these up at the Puzzle Nerds. So they're 100 pieces and I think it's called Werkshoppe or Werkshoppe. I'm not sure. I tried to figure out how it's properly pronounced, but that's the brand and it's 100 pieces. This one here is called Mushroom Patch. It's a cute little one. And I also brought Barn Owl. And I love the purple in that one. So I have these two available. I may get both of them done, or maybe I'll just have time for one. But they're easy to, pack in a suitcase or in a backpack or something like that.
The first puzzle I worked on in the morning was the Barn Owl puzzle. And I was working on it at a smaller table. The sun was shining there, so I wanted to work at that location first. I have a black foam board that I purchased at a dollar store because I knew I was going to be puzzling, and I like to have like something underneath that's a nice sturdy piece. And I started working on this puzzle from the bottom up. So I started working on the owl. They have some nice browns and neutral colors. I didn't have much space to spread my pieces, so I found this little tray at the location, and I was able to spread the pieces there, making it easier to assemble. And as you can see, a beautiful barn owl, gorgeous puzzle, nice purples that go along with it. The next puzzle I started working on, I moved over to the other location, to the round table in front of the grain bin. It was a windy morning, but it was still a beautiful sunny morning. You tend to get a lot of wind in Saskatchewan. And I laid everything out there, and I had a little visitor that came by, the little cat there. Always wanted to be beside me while I was puzzling, so I just wanted to show you. And then you could see the tray there, how I have the pieces all nicely spread out. It fit perfectly, all those pieces. So this mushroom puzzle was very beautiful, had a lot of different colors. And I have to say about this brand, I've never done this brand before, and I'm very impressed. The pieces for a 100-piece puzzle, it was a good size. Sturdy pieces. I like the finish. It wasn't glossy. It was a nice matte finish. And usually I sometimes leave my puzzles when I go on vacation, the small ones. But these two puzzles I really liked. I really enjoyed, and I brought them back home with me because I want to do them again. And I might end up getting more. As you can see there, a beautiful puzzle completed. I loved it.
So those were a couple of puzzles that I worked on while I was on vacation here in Saskatchewan. I'd love to know if other puzzlers out there bring some puzzles with them on vacation, whether it's a short trip or a long trip. And if you do, what's the largest piece count? I think the largest piece count I brought was maybe 1,000 pieces, and that was to a cottage. But I was there for a week, so I knew that I had time to like leave it out there and work on it during the week. I also have a survey in the community tab. So if you go to the community tab, you can fill out the poll that I have there, letting me know if you do take puzzles with you on vacation, or if you don't, if you leave those at home with you and just take a pause in your puzzling hobby. Thank you for viewing this video and stopping by my channel. I hope you got some tips on how to incorporate puzzles into your vacation, and I hope you enjoyed some of the scenery here of Saskatchewan, one of our prairie provinces out west. Until next time, happy puzzling.